Hi everyone, I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 7, Episode 8. Now, I'm not going to go into everything that happened. We're just going to start off with Candy and Joyce. So, Candy and Joyce, they go to Aunt Nora's house so they could celebrate Joyce getting her house being finalized, and this is her house, and bam. And while they're eating, and Joyce is like, okay, so, now the house is finalized, Candy, you will now be getting the key to my house. And Candy's like, what? She's like, oh, yeah, no, boo, you're not getting the key to my house. I remind you, Candy then already gave her a house, did her boyfriend had told her. She done bought her this new 7-bedroom, huge house right up the street from hers. But Joyce's like, yeah, no, you ain't getting no key to my house. I don't have a key to your house, so you don't need no key to my house. The only people who would be having a key to my house is me and my man, and neither one of us putting out even a down payment on this house, boo. And it's like, really, Joyce, you like, since I don't have a key to your house, you can't have a key to my house? Like, really, we doing that? Candy was like, sometimes she don't know where she stands with Joyce. And my thing is, if Candy would stop doing the things that she does for her mother, now, I'm not talking about just, cutting Joyce off, period, like I ain't giving you not a dime. I'm taking that house back. I'm suing you and you and your boyfriend all the time. I'm not talking about that. But stop buying Joyce's house. Stop buying Joyce houses. Stop giving Joyce houses. Stop letting Joyce talk to your man any kind of way. Give her like a set, like an allowance each month, and if she can't live off of that, be like, well then, mama, you living well beyond your means, then you ain't gonna be able to do that. She got to do something with Joyce, because Joyce is just gonna continue on and continue to treat Candy that way. It's like, Joyce, she don't seem happy. If she's doing this, well, I ain't got a key to your house, so you can't have a key to my house. I'm like, really, Joyce? After she done just bought you this $100,000 house? Probably a couple of $100,000, and you ain't have to spend not 1 cent on it, and you mad because you don't have a key to her house? Really? So Aunt Nora wants to know about her trip to New York, and she's like, Candy, did you see Sharon? And Nora, she the sweet one. I couldn't figure out. I know it was one sister was nice, and the other one was just like Joyce, but I'm seeing now, after watching a few episodes, that Nora's the nice one. She seemed like she was happy, like, how's Sharon doing? And Joyce was over there rolling her eyes. Bertha, like, cares about Sharon. And she was like, well, we spoke to her, and she was mad about what you said, calling her, a prostitute and everything. And she wants an apology. And Joyce was like, she ain't gonna get no apology. Never mind the fact that I'm talking about Todd, his mama, and his daddy like a dog. They will not be getting no apology from me. And she went on to say, yeah, Sharon talking about some, she want to come down there and whoop your tail. And here go Bertha. She the mini Joyce, I should say. She's like, let her come on down here. Bring it on down here. Let her come. I'm like, okay, the old lady crew, they really trying to fight. Like, really? Never mind the fact that Joyce is in all kinds of wrong. Y'all ready to fight. Now, I guess if I was, Sharon, I would want to fight somebody too. You defaming my character on TV, on national TV. And you think I'm just going to sit back and be like, okay, that's how she did. No, you going to be upset and you going to be ready to fight. We'll probably not fight, but after, watching your son get belittled by this woman for like 3-4 years, then you be ready to do something too. And the fact that Joyce don't feel like she needs to apologize, it's like, wow, you are so old and so mean. You would think that after living so long, you would. Now I'm not dogging her because you would think after living so long, you would be like, you the big person to want to apologize. Like, yeah, I shouldn't have did that. That was wrong. It's my bad. I was going too far. But to just be like, man, she ain't get no apology from me. For what? It's like, really? So Kenya and Brandon decided to go look for office space at like almost the dead of night. Now, it may have not been completely night, like it was almost like the sun had already went down. You didn't see like a millimeter of the sun. It was purely dark, like street lights on and everything. But this is the time they're going to go shop for locations for her office. Now, they may have been gone all day and when the sun was out, but we didn't see any of that footage. We just seen her and Brandon out at night with a real estate agent trying to get her office since, she done had that meeting with Roger, Demetrius Boo. She's ready to get back into acting. She's ready to get her acting career back up. I have a question, and this is not trying to be mean or shady. Has Kenya been in a lot of movie or TV roles where she is the leading person? Because to my knowledge, she's always been like on TV shows where, you see her for like a few minutes and then she's gone. And I don't remember seeing her in too many movies to where she was like the main focus. So I'm gonna need y'all to like write it down below and tell me what movies she starred in that she didn't, produce or anything like that herself, where she was the main leading character. But she's like, okay, I was this top actress. I stopped for a while because I was doing whatever, and now I'm back. I'm ready to get back into this business. I'm ready to do this. So I don't know if she's like, I done been in a few things. Now people starting to remember me again. So I want to get me an office because I want to get things, rolling again. Because she's talking about all these producer credits and what else, directing credits. And me being the person I am, I Googled and IMDb heard. And like, she only had like 5 like credits for like producing and like 1 for directing or vice versa, whatever it is. So it's not like she did like a lot, but the way she's telling it, like she's been popping out movies left and right for the past 20 years. So now this is the time where, Candy's play. Now we all know that, it didn't do as well as the play in Atlanta. And when she wanted to take it on the road, it was all kind of complications all throughout. But anyways, this has been filmed months ago. So she's like, Todd, I was asking my aunties and my mom, how would they like to go on the road with us, so people can see who inspired me in this play. And I don't know what response she thought she was going to get out of Todd. Like, okay, you want me to go on road, which means that most likely we're going to be on a tour bus with your mama and your Aunt Bertha. Ain't nor she could, but your mama and Aunt Bertha, us in this, closed-in area for possibly months on end, and her talking to me and my family like a dog to my face. Is that what you thought he was going to be like, yeah, sure, why not? This is going to be good. And he was like, he looking at her like, girl, is you crazy? You think I want to be traveling with your mama? Like, I can barely sit, after I heard what she said about my mom and daddy, I can barely stand and sit in the room with her for 5 minutes, let alone be on the road with her for months on end. No, and like, Jenny's like, well, I'm just going to leave for an argument happens. You could have just left that whole conversation out, because you already know Ty wasn't going to go for it. Shoot, I wouldn't even go for it, and I ain't even married to his hell. Like, you want me to go out, your mama been acting all kinds of, your mama already don't like me. So now you want me to spend my time on the road with her? Now that I know how she to talk about my mom and daddy, it's like, girl, please. So, Nene, Portia, Cynthia, and Kenya. Nene's like, well, I want to get all of us together so we can clear the air and get everything, all our issues out on the table. So, Nene and Portia, they're the first to pull up. Then comes Kenya. She didn't drove Cynthia there. So, first, Nene and Cynthia, they're trying to, resolve or come to, like, where did our friendship go wrong? And at one point, they're getting at it, and, Cynthia's like, it wasn't like I was going to be out at that point. It was like, you were cut off, you were no longer my friend, this, that, and the third. She's like, it was just some stuff that built up on that, and Nene's like, I'm wrong for whatever fault I played into this, but I loved you like a sister. And they're starting to resolve stuff. But you got doggone Kenya over here, every time they're trying to say something, well, Nene, it's because you did da-da-da-da-da. And Nene, she's at this point where she's like, okay, Kenya, you can hush till it's your turn. So I'm going to treat you like a child. I want to treat you like a child, so I'm going to need you to sit there and color in your coloring book so me and the grown folks can talk. That's the look I was getting from Nene. So they're trying to talk again, and every time they trying to talk, Kenya feels that she needs to butt in and say something when this has nothing to do with her. And even Cynthia in her confession was like, Kenya, you cool and everything, but this ain't got nothing to do with you. You need to butt out of this. This is between me and Nene. We need to talk and get this hashed out. So they kind of sort of resolved things, but Nene was like, it's probably going to take me a few years before I can completely get over this. But, for right now, this is what we're going to do. So now it's time for Portia and Cynthia to hash out whatever they want to hash out. And yet again, Kenya is over there. Cynthia, 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 Cynthia. She's like constantly calling Cynthia's name. While Portia and Cynthia are talking, at one point, Portia was like, you know what, I can't even talk with this heifer down here. Keep on talking. We trying to hash something out, and your doggone raggedy tail down there making all kind of noise. And Cynthia was like, girl, hold up. Like, I'm trying to talk, and we trying to resolve things. You down there yapping at the mouth. And at one point, Nene was like, I don't know what they arguing about, but I'm finna go over here and listen to the smooth sounds of vodka getting poured on the rocks. So her and Kenya come back. They're trying to hash things out. I guess they was like, okay, we was both wrong. We can squash this. So now it's time for Kenya and Portia to make up. Kenya decides to walk over there to Portia. Now, mind you, hold up, rewind. The reason why Kenya claimed that she kept on talking while Portia and Cynthia were, trying to hash it out, because she was fearful for Cynthia's life that Portia was going to attack at any moment. Well, she wasn't being aggressive. You were. You was pulling a wand and a bullhorn out. Even Portia said, she's like, well, me and Cynthia, we were discussing, and it's kind of getting kind of heated, but her energy is not to where she's being mean. She is expressing herself. So this is when Kenya goes over and walks over there. She's like, we both said a lot of things. I'm sorry. I want to hug. And Portia's like, I really don't want to hug you. Like, I really would rather do anything but hug you. So she's like, okay, I can give you a hug. So, of course, this is, Kenya, this is her way of being the bigger person. Like, her auntie told her, like, be the bigger person, and you'll, like, look better in everybody's eyes, even though you wrong us all kinds of ways, but we're going to make you look better in everybody's eyes. And that was basically it. So if I left anything out that was useful, by all means, leave a comment. If you do videos, copy paste your videos down in the comment box. And like I always, I want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.